On the moon, there is a room where there are lots of glass spheres. And inside one of these spheres sits a man. An old man in his late 40s, old young 50s, maybe. He is not well kept. He is not well nourished. In fact, he looks as though today may be his last day if he is not fed. And that man, in his solitude, hears the sound of a cane clink, clink, across the floor. Ricardo looks up and sees Dr. Splendify and his Cavendish-ass top hat and mustache. The footprints, the footsteps, and the cane tapping stops. Ricardo, do you plan on dying today? Ricardo lets out an exasperated sigh. No, I do not plan on dying today. Well, isn't that a shame? Anyway, here are your meds for today. We'll pick this up again tomorrow, I presume? Ricardo pauses as the pills float through the sphere into his hand. With a defiant glint in his eye, he says to Dr. Splendify, plan on it. Hi, heart to heart, everyone. Everyone, welcome back to Daddy's Dungeon ESP Show, the tabletop role-playing game where we play a bunch of meddling kids. I am your keeper, Goon Daddy. I just want to extend a special welcome to all you specters and spooks and non-binary cryptids to go bump into the night. And joining me, as always, are my meddling kids. Say hello, meddling kids.
Hello, meddling kids.
And if you three weirdos want to know what the heck I was talking to the camera for so intently, you're going to have to watch the VOD on either Twitch or YouTube.
Joke's on you. I don't take notes during the session. I re-listen to it and take notes. Because that's better for my attention.
That makes a lot of sense. Cool.
Yeah.
Because
So
last time...
on too many things during the session.
So last time, we were going to do something, but then instead we had a birthday party.
It was great.
Where a lot of drama unfolded, particularly within the ranks of the Jackson 5. Where, you know, funky, scrungly little man Simon did a big no-no and got on Justice's bad side. And that was exasperated by Kira being like, do what's good for the family. We gotta protect our scrungly little boy, my sweet child. And Justice is pissed.
Yeah.
Justice is pissed. But first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a little montage. So walk me through this heist.
Alright, so Juniper's parents go to work, right? Like we've probably watched this house for a good week to learn exactly what's happening. And Justice has made sure that Juniper is out of the house. Everybody's generally out of the house. The first thing that... Yes, Noodle?
I want to know from Goon if this would work, because it is technically one of my abilities. Could I loan Goody Faith to Justice so that he could see through walls? It's technically a thing Goody Faith does, but it's also on paper one of my abilities.
I don't think Justice would have told you guys about this.
I mean, I had to get your permission. I just don't know when you were playing. Like, I had to get Juniper's permission. I just don't know if he told us when it was happening.
That's right. Yeah. Good.
I'll let you guys have the conversation right now if you want to have that conversation.
Is he going to tell us when it's happening?
Justice wouldn't be telling them.
Cool. Less we know, the better.
Yep.
So yeah, I never mind that. I don't give him the.
It's a
the
typical
fault.
Wednesday. It's a typical Wednesday. The Martin house is completely empty.
So the first thing that happens is Justice tells Simon to go climb the telephone pole and shut off the alarms in the house. Justice waits outside in the cherry red 1967 Shelby GT with a machine gun on the fucking back, apparently.
That's right, I gave you a turret.
But it's currently hidden. Yeah, he's waiting out there. The people who break in, Kira is waiting out front, in front of the door in a security guard's uniform. Amelia and Connor are breaking in through the back door. Connor is picking the lock with his werewolf claws or whatever. And Amelia goes in and immediately goes to the painting because that's where we learned the safe was, keeping an eye out for security systems along the way.
Heck yeah. We see Simon's scroggly little body. Simon is not built for this.
Justice has a smile on his face the entire time he watches Simon do this.
We see Kira swagger up to the door. Why is she in a security uniform?
Security purposes.
Yeah, security purposes.
For security purposes.
Duh.
Is she gonna...
Simon is also in a security uniform.
Okay. That makes more sense. I was confused, because I'm imagining scrunkily L-looking, Simon in his, like, normal white, all white clothes, but now that he's in, like, a security technician's uniform, that makes more sense to me in my brain hole.
Yeah, and Justice is waiting around the corner in the car.
Yeah. We see in the back, Connor working at the lock with his werewolf claw, and he kind of looks over his shoulder at Amelia. Let me do my thing, please. Thank you. And then he just kind of breaks the lock. He never actually has picked a single lock in his life. He just says he's a lock pick because he just destroys it with his insane werewolf strength.
Yep.
And open slides the door, and Amelia, being kind of extra, rolls in with a duct tape thing of C4. Swings the portrait open and says, "Bingo, bing," and slaps that bitch right on there.
Slap that bitch.
Slap that bitch right on the safe. We see a little timer go off, and over everyone's earpiece, they can hear Simon says explosion in 3, 2, 1. And of course, no one from outside the house can hear it because it's a very muffled explosion. Connor ducks in front of Amanda to block the. Wait. Oh, it's Kira. Okay, Amanda ducks in front of... Amelia, yeah.
But yes.
Amelia to catch the now flying off of the hinges safe door, and behold, bars, like legit bars of gold, of envelope full of stocks and bonds. And should they look deeper, they see the little ornate locked box with the swastika on the lid.
Okay. So what are you guys seeing in there?
There's bars of gold. Then there's some paper with math on it. Those are bonds, you idiot. Looks like 50 grand worth of bonds here. At least now. Maybe in another 10 years they'll be worth like maybe 75,000, maybe 100,000. I don't know. Yeah, it's a bunch of papers with math on it. Shut up. Then we got at least 30 grand in gold here. And then is that what I think it is? What do you think it is? It's a pinwheel box? No, fucking idiot. It's a freaking swastika. Fuck. Yeah, there's a music box with a swastika on it.
Nazis. Gotta love it.
So, my question is it bad if we steal it because we're stealing it from Nazis, or is it bad if we steal it because we're stealing Nazi stuff?
No,
and we'll be in possession of Nazi stuff. I don't want to be
we just went from morally gray to in the right, in my opinion.
Shit, you're right. Do we take it all?
Yep, bag it.
Okay. Connor comes in with his big claws and scoops it all into a bag. They dart outside and out the back sliding door through the gate into the woods.
I'm on my way, and Justice pulls around the back, just rips around the corner, and immediately stops right where they're coming out onto like a back alley or something.
Heck yeah, man.
The door pops open, the trunk pops up. Throw it in the trunk. Let's go.
Heck yeah! And the squealing of tires, the burning of smoke. Another successful heist by the Jackson 5. Only to be discovered that night by Miss Martin returning with her wine group and their various small dogs.
Alright.
Later, back at Don Pizza, I presume.
Yeah, we're all kind of chilling in the freezer, and I've got like one of those tables. I've got one of those like those fold-out tables pulled out, and we're all sitting around, and Justice is sitting at the head of the table counting cash. Well, that's about 10,000. 10,000. 10,000. All right, so by my count, we got about 50 grand in cash, a bunch of stocks and bonds, and lifts up a very heavy bag, and a bunch of gold. Drops it and it goes ka-chunk.
There's a knock at the walk-in freezer door.
Huh?
There's a knock on the walk-in freezer door.
Justice gets up, pulls his gun out, makes sure that a round is chambered. Goes over.
Like one of 3 people.
Goes over to the freezer door and opens the freezer door. He doesn't have the gun visible, but he peeks his head out.
It's Don. It's Dom, Senior.
Hey, Dom, how's it going? He Justice puts the gun back in his waistband.
Are you all right? You all in the freezer?
Yeah, this is kind of just like our hangout spot. You know, we like to cool off in here.
Sure.
Whoa.
Sure. Okay.
What, you don't hang out in your walk-in freezer?
No, it's cold. I don't. Are you running the temperature?
I got a jacket on, and they got jackets on.
Like
Don't worry, we're fine.
43 degrees in a walk-in cooler.
Don't worry, we're fine. We got layers. We got layers.
Okay.
And Justice slips a $100 bill outside the freezer and just goes, "By the way, we weren't here."
I have to imagine that bribe is chump change comparable to what vampires give them, based on how much money I won from one of them.
Justice, hold on a second. I'll
What?
be right back. And Justice closes the freezer door, and comes back with a wad of 10,000 in cash, and just goes, "Yeah, we were never here."
First I was concerned. Then I was confused. I'm back to concerned again.
Well, maybe just don't be.
That is a delightfully de-escalating thing to say.
Is DJ working right now? Is he? Like,
yeah, you're up front with Boblin.
Okay, I'd like to walk into the back and go, what are you guys talking about back here?
Nothing, and he stuffs the money into his, into his shirt pocket, right to the side of his apron there.
Okay, I'm pretty
obviously a lie.
Oh, Justice. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, you know I can tell when people lie. We've talked about this publicly now.
What? But you can't.
Yeah, we talked about it like at the vampire dinner. You were there.
You're such a kidder. I got the stove is on, and he leaves. And he leaves the back.
Okay, I knock on the door then, because Justice is clearly up to something suspicious.
Dun, 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 dun.
The door opens. A $100 bill appears out. What do you want?
I look at the $100 bill. I remind myself I spent $1,300 in the last session. And I look back at the bill, and I go double it.
The door closes real quick. and you hear some fumbling on the other side. Fucking chump change. Goes and gets his wallet, thumbs through. Okay, I got a 50. I got 2 10s. A couple
Simon
ones.
says offer him a gold bar.
Yeah, sure. And Justice goes over the gold bars and.
If he hands me if he pulls out a gold bar, then I'm gonna know what was happening because I know what was happening. So as soon as he offers out a gold bar, I go, "Oh, I want the lockbox."
The door closes.
Inside.
And you get nothing.
This is
Oh, good day, sir!
Alright, well, I have some messages to send out.
Not over text, you don't. Make sure any talking you do is in person. Okay, bye.
I know, Justice. I'm getting that lockbox later. We shout through the walk-in.
Simon already has 5 buyers on the dark web for the lockbox.
I'm one of them, I shout.
Well, you better outbid the rest.
Alright, I just go back into my room. I want to know what Nazi shit is in this box. That was the only thing that interested. DJ's not exactly worried about money, really.
So, and Justice goes to sit at the table. Gang, good job, everybody. Simon, exemplary. Kira, you're amazing.
As always.
Connor, you're a damn good. You're a damn fine lockpicker. And Amelia, amazing work with the explosives. I gotta say.
You spoil me.
Well, I just buy you explosives, all right? Like.
That's true.
uh.
I think we really worked well together as a team and as a family today. I'm really proud of each and every one of you.
As we always do.
Yeah, it's good to be back together.
It is, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Now
about robbing the moon. Any leads on that?
Not quite yet, but actually I'm working on something right now. I've got a contact known as the Baba Yaga.
Damn it.
Who may have an in for us on casing the joint.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. The problem is I need to go, and I'm pretty sure she only trusts Juniper and DJ, so I think it's just going to be us 3. But don't worry, they're completely trustworthy, and if they're not, well, Justice pulls out a gun. The shell flies out. Justice catches it, ejects the magazine, loads it back into the mag.
Kira puts her hand on your shoulder and she says, "If you trust them, then I trust them.
Good.
Because we're family."
Now the thing about family, and Justice sits back down and goes, "Please, sit."
Okay.
I feel like we all need to have a conversation.
Just pulls up a gigantic tub of just marinara sauce and just sits down on that.
Now,
I hate that sentence.
There's a lid on it.
Well,
I'd hope so.
Marinara
the
sauce.
thing I love about family is family makes no compromises. Family is always together, and family never betrays each other. Now, Simon, you pulled a little fucking move the other day, and I'm not exactly happy about it, and I'm sure Kira's had a talk with you about that.
Simon has seen the light.
Now, I just want you to know, and Justice pulls out the gun again and puts it on the table. I just want you to know that we will forever be family. Until the point where you do that shit again. Because family doesn't betray each other. You dig?
Simon digs. Simon exclusively speaks in the third person.
Notice. A pronoun-less third person.
This is true,
Like,
yeah.
he digs is the third person as well.
Right.
I feel like he might go by it.
I don't know what his pronoun of choice is.
His pronouns are 1/0.
Ah, so the opposite of non-binary.
Because we're all family, I'm gonna let it go. Alright?
Simon says thank you.
You're welcome, Simon. I love you.
Oh, come in, guys. It's Connor, welcoming everyone into a big group hug over this mountain of gold that you all stole.
Now, after the group hug, it lasts a good 3 or 4 seconds. You know, it's one of those really good ones where you all smell each other's breath.
Simon's does not smell good.
I mean, Justice hasn't been home in 2 days and hasn't had access to a toothbrush, so he has morning breath twice.
Yeah.
You could ask to borrow it. I'm not in the scene, so.
Yeah, that's terrible. Now, we need to find a buyer for all this, and I might know a couple guys. I'll put some calls out.
As will I, says Kira.
Wonderful. Now, Jackson 5, break.
Break.
Okay, so as soon as they say that, DJ has 100% been using Goody Faith to look through the door of the walk-in and stalk this whole thing. So he just rushes back out into the kitchen to start cooking again, because he does work down here.
DJ, read a bad situation.
Yeah, I might say. All right.
I meant Justice. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Justice.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What is my read a bad situation roll? That's sharp, right?
Yes, plus sharp.
Okay. That is 3, 2 for 5 plus 1, 6.
That's
Mark
experience. So you don't get to notice DJ doing his shady stuff.
I mean, I'm probably a little sweaty from rushing across the building, but I also work next to a stove, so...
And, yeah, you just see the Jackson 5 all come out of the room with various big bags and a mysterious box-shaped object wrapped in a violet cloth.
Yeah, DJ knows what that is, but I assume that no one else does.
Right. Simon is being particularly encumbered because he's a scrawny little man, and he's carrying, at the very least, 1 bar of gold, I assume, which is more than enough to make him,
1 bar is about 6 pounds.
Yeah, that's enough to almost break his tibula.
Good.
I love how quickly you guys all turn to hate Simon.
All it takes is revenge porn. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
All it took was morally reprehensible behavior for
that
a group that seems to be very woke by 2012 standards and just regular people by 2022 standards.
This is true. The times have truly changed. Now, about your conversation that you guys wanted to have.
What about it?
I assume this is probably an hour later. We've put all the loot in various places around. It might be in Justice's van by the river. It's around.
It's around Trinity Peaks, just scattered about.
And where do we all meet up? Set the scene.
My room that can't be tracked seems like the sensible place.
Yeah. So when you guys
have any and all plans in my oubliette panic room.
When you guys enter the oubliette, DJ, you're on your bed filling out Worldwide Wizard Watch official forms to register your oubliette.
Okay, good. So I assume someone had to tell me I had to do that. It took a while.
Yeah.
Hey, Juniper, it's asking for my wizard identification number, and I'm not a registered wizard.
Wiz ID? What's your wizard?
Okay, you won't have one, so just put down mine because I'd be the one that they probably contact.
Wizard.
All right, what's your wizard?
I
You gotta pick a number structure, my friend.
I
have
wrote
this
down
written
the
down?
number.
It's two. It's 2 numbers. 2 numbers. 2 numbers, 4 letters, and then 2 numbers again.
Okay, that's your wizard.
Okay.
That's the wizard structure.
3, 5, and 4, 7 for the numbers.
3, 5,
Okay, cool.
and then 4 letters, and then 4, 7.
All right, cool. We just transported our audience. They
Put
are
it-
fully immersed in the idea of wizard bureaucracy.
Put it in the bubble.
Ooh.
Add it to our conspircy board. Yeah, go ahead and put your wizard in the conspiracy board.
Okay.
Heck yeah. Anyway, you guys are sorting out some minor wizard bureaucracy details for your filling out of the registration for your oubliette. When Justice arrives...
Hey guys, how's it going? I brought burgers, and Justice has a bag of, like, I don't know, a local burger joint and a couple of milkshakes that are served in, like, the metal tin. He stole the metal tins.
Wow. Alright.
Heck yeah,
There we
dude.
go. It's in
I
my.
don't have I haven't seen my room in a minute, but I feel like I don't have a table in my room, so we're all just sitting on the floor, I assume.
Justice is on your bed.
That's fair.
There we go.
I'm on the floor.
So, DJ, you wanted us all to talk?
Oh, that's right.
Did I want to tell it? Was it me?
Somebody wanted us all to talk.
I can't remember what we were going to talk about.
The best way to screw over the Jackson 5 and also heist the moon at the same time.
Yeah.
We talked before stream. Just a little.
Yeah. DJ looks to Justin and goes, "You don't forgive Simon, do you?"
That was the most difficult thing I've had to do in years.
Yeah, I assumed you might have put this piece together, but I did keep an eye on the situation, and I gestured to the door of my closet, because I definitely keep the ghosts in the panic room talking.
Also, Justice is not wearing any electronics right now. His phone is left in his car. He doesn't want Simon
These are
to be able
important
to hear
details, yeah, because
Yeah.
Simon's one of
My laptop
those
is also in the
kids.
panic room, but that's because I let them watch TV when they're in there. So the ghosts are watching, I don't know,
Grey's
Keeping Up
Anatomy.
with the Kardashians or something.
It's 2013. They could be watching Bones.
Bones!
Bones!
You're talking about the most average criminal investigation show ever seen?
You talking about Shut Your Mouth, It's Amazing?
The most
I
downright
agree.
5 out of 10 TV show we've ever seen?
Okay,
I don't
it
think
might
it's
not
bad.
be
I think
super
it's
innovative,
fine.
but it has a really good.
I don't think we're friends anymore.
I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's, like, noteworthily good either.
It goes Criminal Minds, then Bones, and then every other crime show that is also propaganda.
What
I'll
about
let you have
Lucifer?
Criminal Minds at the top, and then I think Lucifer would be next, and then it's
Lucifer's
much
barely a cop show. It's closer to Supernatural
It's
than anything
very
else.
much a
It's
cop
still
show.
a procedural.
Yeah, gosh. Anyway, we can stop.
Occult propaganda is still propaganda.
Alright, well, anyway. Propaganda aside. Yeah, but the point is I kept an eye on the proceedings. And it didn't look like you were enjoying yourself. So,
Really? Because I was really trying to make it look like I was enjoying myself.
reminder, I can tell when people are lying.
Fair enough.
So,
But he was telling the truth. He was trying.
Yeah, no, that's not me. It's saying that I was able to read his emotions better earlier because of that. Not, I know he's lying right now. So,
Well, yeah.
I had a bit of an idea. If you're, are we trying to get rid of Simon?
I don't know what's. I haven't fully thought it through.
Okay.
I gotta say, I feel betrayed. Understandably, I feel betrayed. And I just never thought I'd see that out of them.
Yeah. But the idea I was thinking about is this moon heist would be a lot easier if someone took the fall for it. It doesn't seem like they take good inventory, since Norman stole several things they didn't realize. So as long as they find someone with some stuff, I think they'll assume they're a solo accomplice if the rest of us aren't witnessed.
Yeah, that's definitely plausible.
So if you needed to get rid of Simon, maybe in a way that has trapped very, very powerful wizards, like Juniper's uncle, for example, I think that might be the way to do it.
That's certainly not a bad idea, but I'm not gonna lie, a bullet in the head does seem appealing.
There are worse fates than death, Justice.
It's not about the
It's very contradictory agreeing things.
It's about the finality of it. A bullet in the head means that somebody can't come back to bite you in the ass later.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
he
but,
shouldn't
like-
come back and go for revenge anyway. He knows who your friends are, right?
And even if he did, we'll already have a bunch of magical artifacts. Besides, do you know the odds of things just breaking in a way that would let... I keep forgetting Juniper's uncle's name, so I'm just going to keep
Ricardo.
saying Juniper. The odds of something, some inconvenience happening that would let Ricardo escape, and he's still trapped there. So, I
enough.
think it's a pretty safe location to drop him on.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. It's definitely I like the idea. It's certainly an idea. It's more an idea than I had.
Alright. Yeah.
So we'll definitely keep that on the table, and it is front and center on our plates.
Okay.
Juniper, you get a text from your aunt. It says, "Whenever you guys are ready, I'm ready to perform the ritual to help with the thing I talked to you about. ... So if you guys could come over, that would be really sweet. See you soon. Heart, witch hat, cat."
Yeah,
I sent back heart, thumbs up.
Heart, thumbs up.
Aw, 2012 emoji talk.
Heart, thumbs up.
Oh, it's 2013. That's not...
Hey guys, Rose is ready for us if we want to do that thing for her now.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go let
Yep.
my dad know we're leaving. I know above the table my dad's not going to be downstairs. I still gotta go say hi to him.
Mm-hmm.
I go down. I go, Dad, we're gonna take the van.
Okay.
Where's the employee that works here? Is he
Boblin.
there?
Boblin's, yeah, Boblin
Oh,
is...
Bob.
Boblin seems to be the only
Oh.
person with nothing else going on, and so he's been racking up a lot of hours,
yeah.
even though he sucks.
Yeah, I walk over to Boblin and I go, Hey, is Dom around here anywhere?
He actually went out. He went to the bank for some reason, just out of nowhere. He'll be back in a minute. Are you taking the van? Where you going?
Yeah, we'll take it here. I write my number down and I go, if anything happens, call me. I guess I'm the manager on the call right now.
Oh, so you guys just leaving me alone in the store?
If you really need to close it, we probably would have done that if you weren't here.
Okay. All right.
Again, if there's an emergency...
Hey, you're doing great, buddy.
Thanks,
I worked this
Justice.
morning, so I assume there's plenty of dough that's been tossed already.
That's
So,
not how pizza
as
works,
long
but
as you
alright.
can you do not. You're not telling me you didn't pre-toss dough?
We never pre-toss dough at Mateo's Pizza.
Okay, I worked at a very shitty pizza place, so we would just get like 20 of them done, and then we had a fucking table in the back. We kept them all on.
Huh. That's wild.
I will not be saying the name of the place. Yeah, you shouldn't have eaten it.
Hey, Boblin, I
But-
just want you to know I'm noticing all the good work you're doing, and believe me, you're earning some brownie points, buddy.
Really? In the background, there is a salad on fire.
Ow!
That's the joke.
Hey, Boblin,
Yeah?
just behind you, maybe run some water on that salad back there.
Oh no! And he grabs a bottle of dressing and sprays it on the salad, making the fire go up higher.
Oh.
And he throws it out he like runs out of the store and throws the flaming salad into the street.
Oh.
You know what, Boblin? Why don't you go home early today?
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're already over time anyway. We're just gonna go ahead and close for the day.
Yeah.
It's a Wednesday, so we don't get too many customers that night.
Yeah, you know
My dad complains
Wednesdays.
Come back from the bank. And
Wednesdays. And he walks out into the middle of the street and kind of picks up the metal bowl, hands it to you, and then starts walking away.
Yeah, cool. Anyway,
Hey, Boblin, your apron, buddy.
Yeah.
your apron's on fire.
And it takes it off and it throws it on the ground. Stop. I'm fired, aren't I?
All right, great. Now just go ahead and cash out for the day, and just lock the place up, shut the lights off. You know the drill.
I don't think he has the ability to do any of that, so I shut the place down.
Yeah, Boblin is walking.
How
Boblin
deep-
is
how
slowly
deep-
walking away to the end theme of the Hulk '70s show.
Yeah. This guy lit a salad on fire. You think we give him a key to the restaurant?
Probably not.
Smash cut to you guys in the van,
Okay.
pulling up into a random spot in the middle of the woods, waiting for the.
Typically, Justice tosses DJ the keys as they're heading to the van and says, "You drive."
Damn it! I was gonna be cute. Oh well.
And Justice gets in
thought-
Justice gets in the passenger side seat and pulls a joint out from his zip and lights it up.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna be cute and be like, well, normally DJ sits in the passenger seat, but he's gonna try to sit in the back with Justice. But oh well, he's driving. So,
Anyway, you guys,
Meeting with Juniper?
you guys
He
roll
put-
up.
he puts it- He
however
puts it
you
out
wanna
after 2
chip it.
puffs.
You guys roll.
I wanted some.
It's there in the ashtray when you want it.
You can try, Goon, but we will not let you continue. You need to fiddle around with a joint joke.
You guys.
I'll let-
Okay, you guys roll
Wait,
out.
how was everybody's week?
Please, please stop.
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
You're holding me in Dungeon Master Purgatory.
I'm sorry.
For the love of
Okay.
God,
I mean, well,
you roll out to some random spot on the northwestern peak of Trinity Peaks. And hear the trademark of the walking house that your aunt lives in. And the door gets lowered down to street level, and she opens the door, and she's wearing something pretty close to what she would normally wear when she goes to school and teach biology, and she welcomes you guys in. Yeah,
what's your address on your tax information?
We don't do taxes.
That's exactly right. And she
I
shuts the
I-
door.
I
She
mean,
shuts the
I mean,
door
like, I
behind
don't do
you.
Taxes, so I just got to assume that you guys don't.
She shuts the door.
We're paying you under the table. She's a teacher. She's got a W-2 income.
She shuts the door behind you guys, and then walks you guys into a back room, and then down a flight of stairs, and then down a second impossible flight of stairs, and then a third impossible flight of stairs. Obviously, this is some kind of TARDIS house, which opens up into a big underground, impossibly basement laboratory with this gigantic bubbling cauldron in the center. And slabbed and on this far wall, on this enormous slab of glowing runic stone, it's a demon. It is full on big red muscles, horns coming out of the head, a tattered loincloth wearing demon.
Does it
Jesus
vaguely look
Christ,
like my
bro.
dad, or?
Jesus Christ. What are you keeping in your basement? Holy shit.
We'll get to that. There are various intravenous tubes in its arms and legs, and they're all running to this big bubbling cauldron. She comes over to one side of the wall and pulls a lever, and down lower is a table. That's really pretty. It's really well. It's got some a gold inlay. There's a 20-sided die engraved into the center of it. And then she takes off from a shelf like a piece of wood that has like a hinge on it, and then she unfolds it and has like 3 sides. So she puts it down on one end of the table. She says, in order for this to work, I'm gonna need you to read these. And she hands each of you a character sheet.
Hold on a second.
She hands each of you a character sheet. And on your sheet, Noodle, it says, on DJ's sheet, it says Mona Salvatore DeVille. It has her name at her age at the time. It has a bunch of random numbers next to runes you can't recognize. Languages, Italian, English, freaking Sanskrit, Aramaic, special abilities, able to see the truth. There's a pretty well done drawing. And on Juniper's sheet that she's given, it's a picture of a younger Rose Martin Latchkey. Bunch of more numbers with some runes next to it that not even you recognize. These are strange, archaic runes. Languages: English, French, Spanish, special talents, plant magic. And then on your character sheet, Justice, there is the name Gerald Scoops DeVille. There are some numbers next to runes that you cannot recognize. Languages: human, animal, and plant. There is special skills, enhanced sense of smell, enhanced hearing. A boy is straight up Great Dane. And she says, please, everyone take a seat. This is...
So, before we continue, the thing I picked up for the bit is a book that looks at philosophical concepts through the lens of Dungeons and Dragons. And the part I happened to open it up onto is talking about the existentialism of playing someone that isn't you but shares some traits of you. And the fact that I happened to open that when DJ's about to play his mom is the most poetic shit.
Oh!
I happened to open up to. So anyway, that caught my attention. Anyway.
Everyone sit down, and she walks over to the demon and places on its deeply breathing, heaving, sleeping chest as another character sheet, but she places it face down right on its chest. So I am aware that you know that your dad is possessed by a demon. And this...
I think I told you, yeah.
No, I knew.
Okay.
You
seem surprised when I texted you, so...
I thought he would be the one to tell you, but the fact that you asked me that I knew led me to believe that you had just found out and not from him.
You're correct. Found out from a vampire.
He doesn't know, does he?
I don't believe so. I didn't want to ask him about it, so...
Neither do I. Neither did I, which is why every time I've experimented on this form, I've knocked him out. He has just been assuming we've been having sex.
So you haven't? I was going to ask because your husband is still alive.
I know. And this is going to help me figure out how figure out the whys as to he was taken, and also the hows to get him back. So she takes a ladle and she dips it into the gigantic cauldron, and she passes out glasses to everyone at the table. But first she ladles some of it into the sleeping mouth of the demon, and then serves everyone, and she says,
Is this alcohol? I don't drink.
I plead the fifth. Everyone drink. And she starts as she takes her mix. Juniper knocks hers back real fast, really good.
I sip it. DJ genuinely does not drink alcohol because of the rosé incident. So he does have to take a second.
I have some questions.
No time. This is a very limited. There's a very limited thing with the stars and the moon. Ask Juniper. Knock it back. We need to get going.
Okay, fine. Shoots it.
And then she starts. Rose waves her hand over a dice tray and lifts a bunch of dice into the air, and they start to swirl around the room, obscuring the surroundings. And everyone's eyelids start to become heavier and heavier and heavier. Everyone is asleep. DJ, you wake up in an unfamiliar house, surrounded by unfamiliar things. But the aesthetic is nice. It's a very smart aesthetic, this your surroundings. In fact, it's a library. It's the Trinity High Library, which I don't imagine you spend too much time in.
I mean, he used to be like a smart suit kid, so I assume that DJ has. Before drugs.
Before drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Unless you want to end up like me.
And then DJ became a ghost hunter instead of the coolest thing he could be, a smart guy.
You look at your hands. They are thinner hands. Your nails are longer and they're painted orange. You notice on your nose you're wearing a pair of glasses. You don't wear glasses. You notice you have tits.
Okay, well, that escalated rather quickly.
Yeah, I'm just trying to run down the things that you might notice first. If you have, as if you were waking up in a stranger's body that was sleeping at the librarian's desk at Trinity High Library.
Yeah. So to be clear,
Which is where you are.
I'm cognizant of my own being. I don't completely lose my sense of DJ.
And what you see is Miss Rose Martin Latchkey, biology teacher, dissociating in front of you.
She look like a teenager, or does she look like she does now?
She looks like she does now. Well, she looks like a younger version of her now. She's still an adult. She is maybe like 2 years out of college. And has just started, maybe she's a teacher assistant now at Trinity High.
I gotta get into character here, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm still...
I picture her as a black cat goth. So.
Okay, well, that's fair. That was hip in the 90s, I suppose.
Juniper, as you wake up, you realize that you're standing in the Trinity High Library, but it's different than you remember. And you should know. You were there not too long ago. The posters look much, much newer. The posters in 2013 are the same posters. They're just kind of sun-bleached a little bit. The furniture also looks a whole lot newer because the library wasn't updated since the 90s, and the 90s just started.
Wow,
Wait.
literally 6 months ago.
Hold on. The 90s just started. Where am I? Who is this person in front of me? And you see a nameplate, and it says, Mona Salvador, librarian.
Hello?
So do I can apparently
Not
I'm
yet.
cognizant of being DJ.
Mhm.
Are my actions being controlled by DJ, or
Yes.
am I just looking through the lens? Okay.
Yeah.
So, like,
For all intents and
I would
purposes, you are your mom, and your actions are your mom's actions, and vice versa.
Okay, yeah. My
This
point
is-
like I'm not
this
choosing.
is-
I couldn't
right.
like Juniper. Is that you? Like I couldn't say that because
This is Assassin's Creed rules.
Okay,
I
yeah.
was
So
gonna
I'm
say,
making the
like,
choices, but it's actually the choices my mom made.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Um,
And same thing
I
with
think
you
from
and
this
Juniper.
point onward is canon. Got it.
hi.
Hi.
Can I help you? Are you looking for a book or something?
I don't remember why I'm here.
Oh, well, that's no good. Well, if you're looking for a book, we have this little kind of key for categories and stuff over here with the Dewey Decimal System, which I assume was invented before 1990. But I don't.
I'm pretty
But
sure
I don't
it's
actually
from, like,
know.
the 40s.
Yeah, it feels like it was invented a long, long time ago, but I don't know that as a fact, you know? It could be something that was invented in 2003.
Good on you for taking integrity on that.
Yeah. We have a key for the Dewey Decimal System, if you don't understand that stuff, and then the fiction section is in alphabetical order.
Okay.
I mean, you guys, your mom and your aunt know each other. You guys have been busting ghosts for
Oh.
years at this point.
Oh, okay. I thought this was us meeting.
No.
So that makes way more sense.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just... Juniper's
Okay.
confused because
Mhm.
she doesn't know Mona. She
Mm-hmm.
has no idea who this is or that it's...
But your body knows Mona, which is a surreal sensation.
Yes, I feel like you're familiar, but I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Okay. In which case, Are you feeling okay, Rose? Do you feel like lightheaded or anything?
Uh, I'm not feeling myself today.
Oh, I- you should probably look into that. Unfortunately, mental health services aren't that great in modern year. So, just, I don't know what the context of the scene that the keeper has kept us here for. So we can just tick around for 20 minutes if you want, but...
Okay, so every so often I will make your bodies say something that they did say, but you guys have no idea why or what they said, because it's their memory is not yours. So, Rose Martin Latchkey in the 90s, that has a nice ring to it, says, have you seen Ricardo? He hasn't been... Frick, did they have email in the 90s? Yes, they did have email, right? Did they?
Yes. It was just not that common.
It was not that common. Okay. I haven't seen or heard from Ricardo since last week.
Oh, no, I haven't seen him.
Does Dom know anything?
I was actually say I can text him. That's something I can do. I can call him. I can ask. If you need to know now, the library has a line in, but...
You know what, I'll go ahead and call him myself.
Okay. If I see him, I'll let you know. Okay.
How old are flip phones? Did they exist in the
No,
90s?
If there were cell phones, it was the big ones.
Brick phones, baby!
Yeah.
So Rose Martin Latchkey in the 90s walks over. Well, actually, she's just Rose Martin at this point.
Yeah,
Walks.
Say, also, she's not cognizant. I don't say, Kelvin in the 2020s.
Walks over to the phone in the library and dials Ricardo's number. It rings. It rings. And it rings. And then it goes to the answering machine. You have reached Ricardo. Leave a message, and I plan on talking to you as soon as I can, or as soon as I'm able. Goodbye. Okay. Record your message after the beep. Beep.
Hi, I haven't heard from you a while. It'd be nice to talk again. Let me know when you're in. I hang up the phone.
You hang up the phone and we pan up into the sky, and then we pan down, and we're on Capitol Hill. We are zooming into an office, a pristine office, an office that is got a lot of Tennessee iconography all over it, and on the nameplate there is a name, Leo Jackson. Mr. Jackson, can I come in? Dunk, 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 dunk. Justice, you wake up in an older body. A body that is a little worn down with a habit of smoking. A little sore from the habit of doing unsavory things, both physically and with words. The first thing you notice is a big old class ring, and you feel yourself remember how you stole that class ring from someone else. And you look over and see a bunch of your knickknacks on your big desk. You remember each instance as to how you stole each one of those knickknacks from another politician in this building. And then you think, I should probably hide some of these. And you swing open, you open the door, knock some of them in, and then you say, yes, come on in. It is just one of the hundreds of nameless aides here in the offices of the House of Representatives. Yes, the them are ready to to do the thing. That's how they worded it. I don't know what that's about. Justice, you recognize the person that you are. You are the bastard that dropped you off at the Trinity Home for Boys so many years ago. You're your dad, Representative of Tennessee, Leo Jackson.
Well, yeah, for sure. Make sure just lead him on in.
No, it's a you come to them.
Oh,
thing.
okay, it's one of those. Okay, well,
Yep.
tell him that I'll be out in just 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll let them know.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you do? What are you doing in these 5 minutes?
Justice or Leo, I guess, is going to grab a breath mint, put on his gold Rolex that he stole from somebody else, a tie clip, some really smart looking glasses that don't have real lenses in them, and some Oxford shoes. Just really, really classy. He does up his cuffs on his I'm assuming suit jacket and tucks in his shirt into his belt and stands up from his desk. Yes, he did all of this while sitting. Stands up from his desk and reaches into his drawer and pulls out his 45 and puts it in his...
The 44 he stole from somebody else.
It's definitely not licensed.
Honestly, you could put that asterisk next to any object he owns. It's just asterisk, and at the bottom of the screen it just says that he stole from someone else.
And he puts it into his underarm holster because this is America.
And in the 90s.
Yes, before 9/11.
Ah!
Wow.
Oh my god, I could have a bomb on me.
And then you could go take a walk onto a plane. TSA
Yeah.
shouldn't be a problem.
Wow.
Haha!
I could actually smuggle. Oh my god, I just realized how my dad became such a crook. He's been smuggling cocaine.
Listen, we were in our private DMs. You had a little bit of an issue with him being a politician, but listen, he can get away with a lot of stuff by being a politician.
No, I was really into him being a politician.
Heck
Actually,
yeah, dude.
I kind of assumed that he would be from a different generation of crook.
The highest level of crook.
There it is.
Yes, exactly.
So you exit your office and you're led by that nameless aide down a hall, past different a bunch of other nameless aides, some of which are female and most of which are in the middle of being sexually harassed because of course this is the 90s. And you walk down the hall to this big open area where you are met with the familiar yet slightly younger face of the Dr. Splendify, rocking a shorter, less flamboyant mustache, and for some reason also a top hat that is just a little bit shorter.
Do I know Dr. Splendify's first name?
Nobody does. I don't think so. Do we? Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna place a shot in the dark that it's Hubert. I don't know why. He just looks like a Hubert.
I was thinking Jim.
Jim.
You and I had two very different but very plain ideas in mind.
No, I don't think we ever gave him. Maybe I did, but I just forgot. If I did give him a first name, I have forgotten it.
Okay. Does he go by Splendify or is he going by an alias?
He is.
Is he a doctor yet?
He is a doctor. Montgomery. Oh yes, Montgomery. So yeah, you know him as Dr. Monty Splendify.
Okay.
Oh, Monty.
Justice, or not Justice, Leo walks up to him and extends a hand and goes, "Hey, Monty, good to see you. How's it going?"
Ah, Leo! Very congratulations on being appointed to this special council. I have so much to teach you about what we do at the place. Right this way. We'll take you and share all of the secrets that you're allowed to learn. Leo Jackson has just been appointed as the official government liaison from the House of Representatives to the Worldwide Wizard Watch, and this is basically his orientation day. And so you, Dr. Splendify, and this man is built like a monk in a very tight-fitting suit. And he's got prayer beads around his neck and around his wrists as well. You three are led into a conference room, and the door is shut. And as soon as the door is locked behind you, he says, "All right, let's get going then." And he taps his staff on the ground, ding, and you are up on the moon, and surrounded by the bustling activity of just rows upon rows upon rows of different colored mages of different races and creeds and spellcasting types. They are all lining up in what appear to be battalion formation. There's just a 500 here, 500. This is a big room that you're in. We'll take you right this way. We'll tell you everything that is happening here at the Worldwide Wizard Watch. As you know, our primary function is to organize and to detect and to keep all of Earth's wizards from doing incredibly dangerous and unethical things. Along with our little dabbling into production of, just magic items.
Is this Leo's first time traveling this way?
Yes.
The first thing he does is puke a little bit in his mouth and spit it on the ground. Goes, oh man, I didn't think that was gonna be like, hold on, just give me a second. And he leans up against a wall, just like, oh, Lord have mercy.
Leo was under the impression that this was a nothing council, that he got to slack off and say he was doing something in the government.
What exactly? Hold on, you need to tell me a little bit more here. Where am I?
Oh! Look up! And he looks up and sees the Earth through the great big clear dome of this crater on the moon. You're on the moon!
Holy shit. I'm like Neil Armstrong.
That's cute. You have no idea how cute that is, but that is very cute.
Hey now, watch your words. That's pretty gay. I can say that. This is the 90s.
This is the 90s!
This is the 90s.
Listen, this is the 90s! There is a red-robed individual who comes up to Dr. Sponfine and whispers something in his ears. Oh, is that so? Okay. Yes? Okay. Okay. Well, I'll go there and I'll you know what? I'll make this part of the tour. It'll be fun. I bet he'll have a grand old kick out of this whole surveillance thing that we do. Right this way. And he leads you into an elevator with incomprehensible buttons and layouts and such and such. And he presses a button with his pinky toe over to the side, ding, and you zip, and you enter a grand, just a great big. Okay, imagine the Situation Room from War Games or Monsters vs. Aliens, but just.
It's the war room.
It's the freaking what's the thing? It's the Cerebro of war rooms. All right, it's monitoring dangerous wizard activity on a global scale. And you see on the map a culmination of a bunch of red lines all circling around this Appalachian town in insert state here. It's okay. Secret's out. It's in New York. In a sleepy little Appalachian town in New York, there is a culmination. It looks like what it could be is a red typhoon. Just circling around Trinity Peaks, New York.
Okay. Now, not Leo, but Justice this time, looking through Leo's eyes, he realizes, holy shit, I'm on the moon again. This is a great opportunity. And immediately starts looking out for anything that... He's casing the joint.
With a quick glance, you're able to see that, and like the big wall of monitors is all stuff going on Earth, but there are some smaller rows of monitors on either side that is monitoring stuff that's happening within the building.
Okay. Mental note of those. And Leo says, "So what's all this? What's the red lands thing?"
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. When I got inducted into this job, I honestly thought that I was really just here to cross some T's and dot some I's.
I mean, that is the same thing to think, unless you were already a magic user, which I know you're not. So your main job will be signing off on the contribution that America makes to our operation every 4 years or so. That'll be your main job, but it's only fair that you know that we do. The red on the screen, we've been tracking a strong and powerful demonic convergence happening over the Sleepy Mountains of Appalachia. And we are, as you saw those wizards out front, we are getting ready to mobilize and disband any, hordes of hell that may spawn from it. Simple stuff like it.
I'm sorry. Did you say hell?
Yes, hordes from hell.
As in HE double hockey
As
hell?
as in the abyss. Yes. The Grand Fiery Abyss and the Lake of Fire and the Frozen Lake and all the 7.5 rings.
Pulls out a pack of cigarettes, taps it, and one shoots out. He lights one up, and just like, holy fuck.
Well, don't worry. There are also angels, but there are.
Angels.
Yeah, angels and devils. Yeah. We are in contact with some of the heavenly hosts as well. They will help us mobilize as well to get this situation. It should be nothing. It should be nothing. You know what?
No, hold
This
on
is
a second.
boring.
Who's pulling this prank? Gerald, is that you? Where are the cameras? Where are the cameras? Hold on a second.
Where are those 1990 cameras?
Am I on just for laughs? America's funny. America's funniest home videos.
I need you to get a grip, sir. This is all very real.
I'm just a politician from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Which is why, and he pulls out a very shiny pen from his jacket. This is all you have to worry about, is the little bit of money that America gives us to keep you safe from demons.
I can get behind that.
Now, do you want to see where we make our magic items?
Do you mean like ruby slippers?
Right this way, and he leads you back into the impossible button layout elevator, and he kind of just looks sharply in one direction and pushes a button that way, and the doors close. And zip zap zip 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 zip, and you exit.
Justice makes a mental note of that.
And you exit into a You exit out into the prison holding center. Now, this is where we keep a lot of our magical baddies, our bad guys, people who have done magical crimes, We have different rules and laws and stuff, so we imprison people who do magic crimes.
Hold on a second. We're on the moon. Are there war crimes on the moon?
No, there are wizard crimes, though. They're a little different, but there's some overlap.
So do those apply to me or no?
Miss, get me intern Morgana. Yes, I'm going to need to figure out if a human on the moon is liable for wizard crimes done on the moon, because they're not a wizard, they're a human, and if so, we're going to have to change that so in the future, if some human does manage to come to the moon, I know it's unlikely, but we need to cross our T's and dot our I's. All right. Find out if we can, and if we can't, I'm going to talk to the board about fixing that, because that is a dangerous and powerful loophole. A dangerous and powerful loophole. You got that? Thank you, Lady Morgana. You're a peach and a doll, and I love you.
What was in Morgana's pockets?
What do you mean? And how would you know?
Well, I'm a crook. And he was just talking to her from like 5 feet away, so I could assume I'm wandering over and what was in her pockets.
From what you can tell, maybe like an orb of some kind, maybe a small baggie of something that you can't tell. Probably you saw the corners of a notepad and a pen as well. And then she pulled out the notepad and pen and started taking down notes.
That little baggie is mine.
How? Wait, you mean like now you're pickpocketing her? Just now?
I'm going to pickpocket her for the little baggie.
All right, act under pressure.
Yes, sir. That is a 6 and a 5 plus 1, 12.
12. You may choose to either do what you wanted and something extra, or you do what you wanted to absolute perfection. With absolute perfection, you wait until the command is done, and then you grab her arm. And this is where you come in, Mr. Smooth.
Hey, how's it going? And just as I do that, I'm like on her wrist, like looking for like a watch or like loose jewelry, and then like, yeah, oh my gosh, I love what you did with your hair. And then I'm inside her jacket pocket, and then as she turns around, I slap her ass and take the bag from her back pocket.
It's the 90s. It was bad, and we shouldn't do this now, but this is things that happened in the 90s.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs.
Be happy that we learned from our time in the 90s.
This is
we became better people.
Most of us
became better people.
Some of us learned. And I'm sorry to future generations if you look back at us and think, wow, they were really scummy for even entertaining these thoughts.
The 90s.
I don't know, man. It's
say?
the time. Anyway.
Time is the soup. Anyway.
Let's scoot on back to our 2 school birds.
Okay, we've literally been just chatting in Discord, so.
Yeah. The school day is over.
Twitch D&D zone of what cell phones look like in 1990.
The school day is over, and you guys are exiting to your different cars. When Rose Martin, stops by Miss Mona Salvatore's car, and
all right, I decided that Mona drove a 1987 Ford Escort at this moment.
Nice.
It is not a pretty color; it's like mustard colored.
It was the 90s.
Yeah.
It was the 90s. We were still putting wood on the side of our cars back then.
Oh boy.
This isn't one of those. The Ford Escort in 1987 did not have wood. I almost called her Juniper. That was the wrong one. Hey Rose, what's up?
If you need help, I did put the old team conspiracy board, which is still blank, up on Roll20.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
Hey Rose, what's up?
What are you doing now?
I was gonna go visit Dom. Are you okay? You're really worrying me today.
I'm worrying myself today. Everything feels really weird. Do you mind hanging out?
Yeah, sure. I unlock the car. I'll walk around and open the passenger seat. Why don't you come with us? We can see if Dom knows anything about where Ricardo is.
Okay. Yeah. I really like to get him to call back.
Okay.
I'm just gonna jump into the player seat here. It's
failed the Bechdel test. You're doing good.
No, don't worry. So as you guys are driving down downtown, as you driving towards the center of town, where the recently opened Dawn Pizza is, you guys have this conversation. Rose starts, and she says, "I'm just worried that with everything going on, that Ricardo is stressing out. He always manages to pull through miraculously. You saw what he did with the cotton candy machine in the spring against those guys the other week. And I think I might have scared him. Because I told him that those runes that we saw in the woods were demonic. And when Rose says demonic, you both remember all that Mona and Rose has learned about the history of magic in this world. See, since the dawn of man, they have never been alone on this planet. They have always been beset upon and joined by heavenly hosts and demonic presences. Demons wanting to harvest the souls of these sentient beings before they've passed on, and feast upon their vices and their sins before they've passed over, and angels sent to protect them from these demonic people who want to do bad. They cross from their respective planes onto the material plane, causing them to assume a biological form, which comes with everything that a biological form comes with, including a sex drive. Of course, some humans were naturally mutated affinity for magic, but the vast majority of those who have magic in the modern day, or have throughout all of history, it is usually because somewhere down their bloodline, their ancestor had mated with an angel or a demon. And back to the past present.
We can just forget that we're in the future, and you can just keep calling
The past.
it the present. We know this. I mean, it might have spooked him, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. He always does. Have you checked his house? Is he...
No, I...
When you went to his house last night, all the lights were off and all the doors were locked, so you really didn't get all that great of a look in. You did convince the tree next to his house to give you a lift up to his window, but when you looked in, it was too dark and shadowy. And maybe he was under the covers, maybe he knew that you were there, but there was no way to be sure.
Yeah, he hasn't... It doesn't look like he's been home in a while. I'm just not sure how to get in contact if he's not at home.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if Dom and Gerald know anything.
Yeah.
You guys arrive at Don Pizza, and business is taking off, man. There are lots of people lining up to the only pizza shop in town. And Dom, looking young and hot, is slinging that sauce, throwing that dough, pounding that pepperoni, frying up those fryers, serving those chips and dips and all those tricks that he does.
Dip at a pizza shop?
And there to greet you at the door, pretending to be a normal dog, is of course Scoops DeVille.
Alright, Mona gives him just a little scratch on the head, because that's what you do when you see a dog. But also knows it's a person, so she doesn't go too far with that.
Mona, baby! How you doing?
I'm good. Are you having fun there?
Oh yeah. I'm sweating up a storm here, sweetheart.
I see that. And she walks over and she grabs a rag, and as he's tossing, she just dabs his forehead with the towel.
Thank you. And he puts the dough down, and starts spreading the sauce and the cheese, making a pizza, as he does.
Hey, have you seen Ricardo anywhere?
I haven't seen him since we were in the woods. Yeah, the woods with the creepy drawings on the trees, man.
Oh,
Why, have you not heard from him? He hasn't been around the shop.
Yeah, Rose saying she hasn't seen him, so.
Oh. That's weird.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't been able to get in contact with him for about a week.
Oh. Alright. You guys remember that you did not fill in Dom about the demons, because Dom is a notorious coward.
It's okay. He's got his pizza thing going.
He's got his pizza thing going. I mean, when we close down in a couple of hours, we could probably swing by his house and see what's up.
Rose already swung by his house once, but we can try again.
Yeah, it sounds like a
Do you know
plan.
anywhere else he hangs out?
I see. Is his house? Where did we go?
People said hang out in the 90s, right? Surely.
I mean, yeah, they didn't have the internet. Oh, there's the train shop. He's a freaking dork. He goes there sometimes.
Range? Okay.
Train shop, yeah. Model train store. It's like a block and a half that way.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Rose. Why don't we go look at that while Tom's working the pizza place?
Yeah, sure.
See if train shop owner knows him. Has seen him.
Now, I know I did give the train shop owner a first and last name, but for the life of me, I can only remember the last name, which is Gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he showed up in the lost episode,
but he's coming back with a vengeance, baby.
It's not canon, so you can re-go over it.
I just wrote down Mr. Gold,
Mr.
train
Gold.
guy, and Goldie.
Okay. Oh wait, did I name him Goldie Gold?
Oh, I think you might have.
That sounds like something I would do.
Goldie Gold. GG.
I'm glad I write stuff down.
Mr. Goldie Gold. Okay,
Again,
we're going with it.
I take my notes on the rewatch, so I don't have any notes from that session.
Fair enough. You guys go the block and a half over to the local train shop, and it's empty as per usual. You have no idea how this place stays in business. The walls are lined with model train tracks. There are model train tracks going up and down the ceiling. There are model train tracks running their way into the back room and out of the back room. There's this big setup with the three mountains of Trinity Peaks right here in the center of the train shop. There's a big glass case filled with immaculate model trains, and the whole place is busy with the sound of running plastic train model trains. Every so often, you'll see a puff of steam come out of one as it passes by you. And sitting at this gigantic console full of switches and levers, and all of this is a portly, very round, short man in a train conductor's cap and overalls and tiny little circular glasses on his nose.
Talking like pince-nez?
We talking about pince-nez.
All right, yeah. So the ones that pinch your nose. No,
oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that visual. Rose, do you want to take this one, or do you need me to handle it? I got you if you need.
I think I can handle
Okay.
it.
You got this.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Gold, have you seen Ricardo lately?
Ricardo. Let's see. Oh, yes, he came in late last week. It was like 3 a.m. Wow. I'm not. I just he was just here. By some freak trick of luck, the door was just unlocked and he came in, and he just started running his favorite train, that one over there. It's a big cargo hauling diesel train. He started running that train like he usually does when he's giving himself a good hard think. And he stayed there for like 3 days. I had to kick him out. He started to stink up the place. Can't stink up my trains. My trains.
So you saw him
my trains.
4 days ago?
Yes.
Okay. Well.
He's telling the truth, by the way, because your mom has the same ability you do.
I was about to ask if that was all the truth. I was just getting to the end of the scene first.
Yeah. Do you have any idea where he might have gone after? It doesn't look like he's been home.
He kept talking about the spot out by the out in the woods where the runes were. He said something about demons. I don't know nothing about demons. I only know a thing or two about trains.
Okay. Yeah.
The place the place he was talking about seemed rather interesting. I might take a walk out there if I ever get tired of trains.
I don't think that's necessary. There's no trains out there.
That's true. No trains out there. There's only all the trains. So many trains. I dare say I may have the most trains in the entire world right here in my very own house.
Yeah.
My
you
brain has
watch
slowly
trains.
shifted my image of this guy into if Mole from Atlantis
I was obsessed with trains.
That's what my brain slowly moves
Okay.
to.
Okay. Here it's Belle's father and Mole add trains, and this is the character you've created.
Okay.
No, we're the train. I love Goldie. He's my new favorite side character. Move over, Mothman.
No trains
It's
out
over
there.
for you.
I have all the trains I could ever want. Of course, that's a lie. I always want more trains. Because of
There's
course,
always more trains.
of course, those who die with the most trains win.
I'm gonna
Okay,
read a bad
hold on.
situation on that.
Is that
Go ahead.
also is that a lie? Does
What?
he genuinely believe that?
He
Does genuinely believe?
Okay, first of all, he was definitely lying about knowing a thing or two about demons. He knows a thing and or a two about demons. Also, he genuinely believes that the people who are like him, who own the most trains when they die, win. So you can go ahead and read about that situation if you want.
I want.
Yeah,
It's just the voice that's throwing me for a loop here.
Mhm.
That's a 6. That is a no.
I
You-
was about to
Work
ask if I could
experience.
help out, but it doesn't really. Actually, no. Can I help out? Because that might bump it up to a 7.
Go for it.
Just by leaning over and being like, he seems to really believe in 7. I got a 9 + 1, 10. So I do get a +1. So that brings it into a 7.
You get one question.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
As Rose, you know a thing or two about plants. And learning about plants, magical or otherwise, you will learn a thing or two about some magic animals. And with this knowledge, you can divine that, shocker, Mr. Goldie Gold is a gold dragon.
I thought he was a
Okay.
demon. So.
Yeah, that was my thought too. Okay, he's just.
He's got a manic
oh,
obsession about a particular novelty item. His name is Goldie Gold, and he has a veritable horde of trains, which he genuinely believes makes him win if he has the most of them. So on these things alone, Rose Martin in the past, and then by extension Juniper, you figured this out. And you, Juniper, you within Rose recognize that the train shop still exists to this day.
Yeah, and I'm sure the guy hasn't changed at all in like the.
I'm sure there's only more trains.
Oh yes.
Now he's got like high-speed
had-
train models, I imagine, and stuff.
Now he's got
He's got
three.
surrounding properties.
He's got 3 or 4 Weasley-esque extensions
Anyway,
to his house.
well, thank you for your time, Goldie. We're gonna go.
If you ever see a good
I'm
model
gonna go.
train in the papers or on that newfangled thing, the internet, you let me know.
I'll be the first to tell you.
Because you know, the person who has the most trains wins.
Uh-huh. All right, I'm gonna start slowly backing away. I'm gonna go ahead and gently grab Rose's hand.
Yeah, yeet.
I lean
When you
over-
guys exit the pizza shop, when you guys exit
I
the
lean
train
over.
shop,
I'm worried that he's a demon.
the sun is setting.
It's okay. He's just a dragon.
Oh,
Oh, just the
I
dragon!
think you said, I think you said that like it was supposed to bring me comfort, and I appreciate that about you. But that almost is scarier. I know a thing or two about demons.
Okay, well, the dragons are mostly harmless as long as you don't touch their horde.
Okay, I'm glad. I was worried I was gonna have to adopt a train-based religion. So
No, okay. Okay.
Oh, we need to make a train-based religious T-shirt. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, this is,
I'm really
you know what?
trying to work out a
This is
Hail
a-
Satan, Hail Train thing in my head, and it's not quite clicking. There's something there, but I'm not there yet. So I'm thinking about that for the rest of the session, so that we can.
This is a great time to plug. I did make an ES Pizza sticker for the Goon Daddy stickers and stuff merch store. Link in the wherever Ocean links it. Probably also it'll be in the description of this YouTube video. Back to the story.
Patreon channel.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also going to be in the link of the YouTube video that you are
Okay.
currently watching, I hope. Please watch. As it's the sun is setting.
Watching, they can't hear your plea.
The sun,
Go back to Dom.
the sun is setting, and you guys are met by you are met by Gerald Scoops DeVille on your way back to the pizza shop. Hey guys,
Hey.
Hey,
the dog can talk, by the way. Which
Yeah,
is
I
surprise
assumed.
which is surprise to the people in the present, not the people in the past.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
hey.
Scoops.
So what'd you learn?
Dom's still around?
Well, Dom's closing up right now. He's got like
Well,
20
he's-
more minutes of stuff to do.
Okay, well, we found that we brought it down from last seeing him a week to last seeing him 4 days ago, so that's good. We
Oh,
think
that's
we have a lead at the hut, unfortunately.
Oh. I didn't like that place. If you guys are going,
What happened there? What did we have to do when we were there?
when you guys were there, you stopped a bunch of possessed punk kids from open
1990s punk kids?
1990s punk kids. They had great big hair metal hair. And you stopped them from playing a power chord so delicious that it would rip a hole into the abyss.
A literal face-melting bass line.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's
Damn.
the most metal sentence I've ever heard.
Oh yeah. But fortunately, you were able to resolve the chord progression, and so instead it opened a gateway to heaven instead, a stairway to heaven, if you will.
Hey!
Hey!
Here. Alright. So I guess we wait.
You
20
did
minutes for Dom.
save some souls that night.
Hey! Anyway, we wait for Dominic.
Yes.
Yeah, Dominic meets you guys down the street. He's wearing a cool leather jacket. He's kind
of pizza.
ES pizza leather jacket. Yeah.
No, that's not what I asked at all. I asked if he brought us pizza, but yeah.
Oh yeah. He's got some freaking what's it called? Is it called martini pizza? The one with the garlic sauce.
Margarita.
Margarita pizza, the one with the garlic sauce and the tomato on it. Yeah, I can't seem to sell this. It's really good though, but so I always have some left over. You guys want a slice?
Sure. Yeah.
Here you go, Scoops. Thanks, bro.
It doesn't chew. It's a Scooby-Doo knockoff.
Shh. Don't let them know.
Yeah, they would have never figured it out.
we need to go back to the cabin.
No way. You can't make me.
No. Okay. So we talked to Mr. Gold, and he was saying that Ricardo was in a few nights ago, and he said to him that he was gonna go back to the cabin, and he hasn't been home since.
That's... I don't wanna. Come on.
I'm going with or without you. Please come.
Mona is going to take his hand and be like, please, for me. Gives those puppy dog eyes.
Roll to manipulate.
Yeah, damn
I'm
straight.
gonna roll to help.
Now,
Wow.
yeah, I have an
double
ability
sixes.
on my character sheet that says I get to use my sharp. So,
yeah.
double sixes?
Yeah.
Double
That's
sixes.
automatically 12.
You help.
Correctly, I got a 7, so I'm glad I got that auto.
Your help lets them act as if they rolled a 12, regardless if it was what they actually got. So, bada bing, by the power of his current girlfriend and the girlfriend of his best friend, Dominic's heart grew 2 sizes that day.
Not 3. He didn't save Christmas.
He didn't save Christmas. You need to save Christmas for that 3rd heart size. But Scoops is not convinced. So what Dom does is he takes the leash out of his back pocket, clips Scoops by the leash, and starts dragging him towards the van.
no,
And Scoops
hold on.
goes, "No, don't take me. I don't want to go. Come on, I'm still a person. I may be a dog."
Mona holds out a dried bacon strip from her bag. He goes, "What if I give you one of these?"
You're joking. Come on.
We have a Scoopy snack.
Bacon.
Scoopy treat,
No.
if you will.
It's scary.
I slowly spread my fingers to reveal that I'm holding 2.
Drool. Fine. And then and he takes the bacon. And he gets into the van. And pouts. I'm going, but I'm not happy about it. It's good.
You can stay in the van.
It's all right, bro. Well, Ricardo's got a plan. He's always got a plan.
We don't know where we're... Okay, anyway.
Meanwhile, back on the moon.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Meanwhile, at the
Because Justice is there. Thank God, I thought it was
I
funny.
get it.
Yeah, his last. Well, no, it's whatever.
Wait, is he Dark Superman then?
I
We'll
don't-
say yes.
Sure.
Yeah, for the sake of discussion, sure.
Sure. You are being shown a bunch of the magical baddies, and then back this way, you go through some sliding doors. This is where we take this this magical substance called. And he hesitates for a second, trying to choose the right word in his head. A matrix. It is a naturally occurring substance within our world with special properties, and we refine it, we shape it, we forge it into something like these. And he holds out 2 knee-high high tops. Now these are special because they imbue everyone who wears them with the power of hip-hop dance. I don't know how useful they are, but this is what we got. The naturally occurring matrices have random properties.
Well, this is gonna be problematic, but he immediately says, I don't need those, and he starts to crip walk.
Ah, damn it.
Well, this is just
Fiddlestick.
these are just an example. And he puts those shoes down, and they start to do hip hop footwork by themselves in the corner.
We have plenty of examples, each more randomly improbable and useless than the last.
Yep.
He's a
And
match people that's always wrong.
and then he played the dancing shoes move down this conveyor belt down into a chute, and so we categorize them. We demarcate their powers on a little card, and we store them in our facilities and dispense them if they are ever useful. In any situation. Should we need an agent that is very good at hip-hop dance, those shoes will be very useful. You should, as you can imagine...
How else is he going to connect with the youth?
How else? Yes.
Now, that's pretty interesting, but since we're here, why don't you show me the big guns, Lex?
What do you mean?
Well, we're in a vault
Large
full of
firearms, did I study?
we're in a vault full of magic items, right? I gotta assume that you guys have the equivalent of a anti-tank rifle, but for the moon up here. So let me see. Let me see what's going on. Like, if I'm privy to the information, then I want to be privy to the information. Do you get what I'm saying there, Monty?
I see what you are saying. But first, let me show you the actual process. You see a matrix come in on the conveyor belt, and then a wizard in a hazmat suit takes it, moves it over to a different pedestal, where it is surrounded in a large grid of dots that start to blink randomly, and you see. Projected on little screens what appear to be random moments of a random person's life. Each projection showing a certain instance of them doing a strange and unusual thing, and in which case, this person was shooting tiny little balls of fire out of their fingertips, and then there is this gigantic hammer that comes down out of the ceiling and just flattens the Matrix, and then it's scooped up by another wizard in a hazmat suit, taken to a forge, melted down, put inside of one of those it's put straight up inside of one of those magic boxes that a magician would use, and then the box is closed and locked, and then they move over to a second identical magic box and unlocks it and opens it, and there is now a pair of gloves that look not too dissimilar that the gloves that a certain major Mustang would have worn in a famous anime. And so that is basically how it is done. These are very powerful and dangerous. We'll put them where, how you said, where the big guns are. And he takes a note card and starts scribbling the properties onto it. Now, before the World Wide Wizard Watch started to collect the various matrices that are naturally forming throughout the world, and such things, they were gathered by other wizards and made into various famous magical items that have appeared in certain areas of folklore. Of course, sometimes the forgers of past magical items didn't know what they were doing. This axe here, while you hold it, it is impossible for you to lie. Famous for being in that, what is now considered to be, and he holds out air quotes here, apocryphal tale of one George Washington. And he moves on. Now, this is a much older magical weapon. It is one of the first instances of a melee weapon that doubles as a ranged weapon. This is the sword Excalibur.
Holy
but
shit!
You don't want to.
In the stone. You sit in the stone.
It is not. It is
Okay.
It is suspended behind a shimmering grid of dots.
I thought that this is from like the Arthurian tales.
Yes.
I thought that this was currently in just based on going by what I know from my various childhood stories, I thought this was at the bottom of the lake with the Lady of the Lake.
Well, that's where
England.
it begins and ends. But of course, we know the lady, and we talked to the lady a long time ago. And we're keeping it here on the moon for safekeeping.
Does that mean that you're currently the King of England?
No, because I've never touched it or wielded it. No one is allowed to. In fact, we brought the lady up here so that she could personally put the sword into this matrix. I mean, this force field.
Is it on display and protected by anything?
Yes, it is suspended by this grid of dots that are glowing.
So I could not lay a finger on it if I wanted to.
You can try.
Hypothetic, I see something that's possibly blocking the way and can think, okay, I don't want to lose a finger. Okay.
There. Now. Ooh, this is very fun. This was a magic weapon that we got from the ancient the ancient Chinese mythos. This is the staff of the Dragon King, wielded by famous mage Wukong. It is capable of extending itself to any length.
Sun Wukong was a mage? I thought he was...
He was a monkey mage.
Okay.
He was a monkey mage, man. We do have a special squad dedicated to capturing and detaining animals that spontaneously gain magical powers, but of course, Sun Wukong was so close to a human that it was hard to keep track of whether or not it was a gray area.
And the fact that at least in the stories he could transform.
He was very powerful, yes.
I got to imagine that must have been one hell of a bitch to get that.
Now, now, the pièce de résistance. And you see a head wreath suspended in 5 layers of that dot grid. It is shimmering a brilliant gold. Now, most religions are based on, say it with me now, bullshit.
Bless your heart.
There was, however, a real Zeus. And he did wear this. And he was a real asshole. Now this is how he was able to not only shapeshift, but conjure his lightning bolts. And so it is very important that this stays where it is now.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yes, this should not
Just
be
as,
touched.
just as the entire time he's inside the mind of his father with like a fucking notepad, just like writing everything he sees down. Like this is here, Excalibur's here, Zeus's
Everyone's
crown
here.
is here.
He takes the Colonel Mustang gloves and puts them behind another wall, another grid of dots for safekeeping. Yes, with a powerful enough magic user could really do some damage with these. And you know what? Right? No, it's a demonic force. They won't be of any use to us. We'll need... Let's see. And it's at that point a robed figure comes in a hurry, and whispers, not too quietly, into Dr. Splendify's ear, and he says, "This is a solar flare, and it's gonna interrupt and interfere with our teleportation should the demonic convergence happen. Now, I'm pretty sure you planned for this." Oh no. We need to fix this. Do we have anything that is capable of fending off the sun? No. Not a solar flare like this. The ozone layer.
You're fucking wizards. Why don't you just make a big pair of sunglasses?
Isn't he adorable? Tell me if I'm using this correctly. Bless your heart.
Hey, them's are fighting words, and I reach into my coat pocket.
And keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Ding!
And then remember that I'm on the moon with a bunch of wizards and don't.
Okay, so he doesn't turn you into a cane. Oh, he's adorable. Okay, we need to. Someone babysit the Muggle. We'll go and I need to.
Are you Muggles before Harry Potter comes out?
Well, actually, fun fact.
J.K. Rowling had secret info.
No, Muggle was a term before she ever used it to refer to non-magic folk. It actually meant someone who smoked marijuana way back in the day.
Oh.
Like in the 20s.
Is that accurate now?
A little. I don't know. Did Leo smoke?
Probably.
It was the 90s.
He's a corrupt official. He's got his fingers in everything.
Little fingies and everything.
Exactly, and he's currently got his fingers in magic items, probably.
Do you want to roll to see if you snatch anything?
He'll wait for people to leave. Backs to be turned.
Yeah, you are. Everyone is focused on Dr. Splendify, who is kind of calming everyone down in the room.
I dropped my dice.
This would be an act under pressure.
Okay, well that one's a 4. I got this one here. And that one's a 5. Act under pressure is plus
Cool.
So 10.
10. You do what you set out to do. Let's see. Excalibur, the gloves that shoot
Not
fire.
looking to lose a hand.
Not looking to lose a hand. One such item that is just now coming down the assembly belt, and is yet to be marked or tagged in any kind, is it's gotta be cool but unconsequential. Let's go. Okay. It is a tiny.
I'm gonna play with this character again. So.
It's a tiny little skull that is carved out of amethyst. When you pick it up, you can feel its jaw open and close in your hand. You hold it up to its ear, and what it's speaking is just letters and numbers. But as a corrupt politician, you know that these are stock numbers and stock projections going up and down and such in real time. Which is something that is
in his other coat pocket.
It's something that will become obsolete once the internet is a thing more and better, but as of now, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know ticker tapes are a thing, but this is like, it's better because it's portable.
Accurate predictions. He can play the market.
He can
like
play the
nobody
market.
else can.
Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. Meanwhile, back on Earth, our heroes have arrived at out at the shed behind Trinity High, and one first thing that the gang notices is that the runes are glowing brighter. They had kind of simmered down to like an amber glow after you stopped that face-melting baseline the week past, but it looks like they have slowly been ramping up in power over the last week. And there is a tarp and a pile of soda cans that are RC Cola cans, which could only mean one thing. Ricardo has been planning.
Terrifying.
Absolutely
Hey, dude,
terrifying.
I just need to take an out-of-character moment to talk about something.
What's up?
Which is that we've had a rule incorrect the entire time we've been playing.
Oh dear.
I feel
So
like
I
that's
was
something that
looking
we can
at-
deal with off stream, but
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if you want to deal with it off screen, we can.
It's in chat, so we've got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Because it's kind of a big one.
we're just kind of interrupting the flow right now. We're almost about to end anyway.
you're,
So.
you're completely right. All right, so back at the hut.
Ricardo has been planning in a tarp tent. You can see string all about this wooded area that's like right behind the shed behind the school. There is this immaculate little pond area, these awesome stone structures that have just been here forever and a half. You see chalk markings that Ricardo has been like crunching numbers, obviously, next to all these runes and such. The small pond that, has been the location of a few fun summertime swims here in Trinity Peaks has, it appears to not be boiling at this point, but has come to a low simmer. There are, uncomfortable fish kind of at the surface of the pond, and there are little streams of bubbles that are coming up and disturbing the surface. Every so often a hawk swoops down and grabs a free meal. But there's Ricardo, sunken eye bags, looking at a international satellite chart and the trajectories of such, and he's got a sextant looking at the sun and the stars and such as you guys approach him. Rose's heart skips a beat and starts pounding with so much relief and endorphins.
Ricardo, I'm so glad you're okay.
Oh, darling. I'm sorry. I've been busy.
Yeah, I can see that. What are you working on?
Looks like the bards that we stopped last week were but merely heralds, and what they were going to do was just to send well, it's a beginning, and now it is going to happen regardless and for real. But I've been planning, and I always plan, and my plans always work out, and so it's going to be all right. I think. There is.
Tell any of us about this.
His eyes have not stopped vibrating. His heart is fast. His skin is clammy. His nails are non-existent. He has bitten them all the way down.
Is he lying?
He is
Yeah, thank you.
not.
I didn't think he was.
Okay.
That's a thing. That's Ricardo hardly like. You've known Ricardo to lie like once, and it was because it was Dom's birthday, and Dom asked if you guys were throwing him a surprise party.
Gotcha. Cool. It's like that level. So it's like DJ's level of honesty.
Yeah.
Where maybe he'll admit something.
You guys are besties. And then some of you are dating each other in like a very romantic way, so it's like, why lie to each
Everyone
other?
but the dog. Actually.
Everyone but the dog. Rip Scoops.
It's okay. Do you have have you figured out a plan?
Did you retrace my steps?
We went to the train station.
Oh, good.
Train-
Good.
Ricardo.
Good.
Ricardo.
Good.
Can you focus
Good.
up, Ricardo?
Good.
Hey.
Good. Good.
Hey.
Good.
Hey. Can
Yes?
you focus up?
I'm
Can you focus up?
I'm focused. Yes, I am very
Okay,
focused.
okay.
I have never been more focused in my life.
I think that was 23 goods in a row, though.
Good.
So that's 24. All right.
That is-
Can you
Okay,
focus up?
I'm focused. What did I just tell you?
What are we gonna do about the thing? What plan have you cooked up?
We are going to have some pizza. You have brought pizza, yes? Yeah, I got some slices, bro. Josh, you are a lifesaver.
Margarita?
Oh, my favorite. Just as I planned. Ricardo has always done this thing where he takes the crust and rolls it into a pizza croissant and eats it that way.
Aww.
What a champ! I have a newfound respect for Ricardo.
Oh.
DJ does, because he's only ever seen him as a lunatic. So
I mean, what I just said was something extremely crazy, but all right.
yeah, so is everything. But he's only
Actually
seen him
sounds
as like a
interesting.
incoherent guy stacking coins.
Right. I am working on a theory. It would seem that no matter how outlandish my plan is, it always happens. And that used to bring me so much anxiety. Because what if it doesn't the next time? But I just had an epiphany when I was running the trains. I said to myself, there is no evidence to say that I will ever fail with my plans. So the only limit is my imagination. And so I've been plotting the way that the satellites move. And I think that, and you guys talked to the train guy, you talked to Goldie, he was very nice, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is going to be the key. And now we are going to enjoy some more pizza for an hour, 35 minutes, and 45 seconds. And then, at that point, the pond will be evaporated.
And what
On
happens when it's
will
evaporated?
be evaporated.
Yes.
How deep is this pond?
Ricardo passes out. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session of Daddy's Dungeon ESP. So thank you guys so much for watching. I, of course, have been your keeper, Goon. My dog just got
This
like...
guy sounds nothing like the guy I met before named Ricardo, so I'm gonna
Time-
assume something happened.
Time has passed.
22 years have passed.
End of session! Did we conclude the current mystery? No, we started a new one.
No.
We went back in time. Did we save someone from certain death or worse? No, not yet. I don't think so. Did we learn something new or important about the world?
I mean, we learned that Goldie is a dragon, I guess.
How much?
We as the meta characters on top of us, we've learned a lot about the world.
Mm-hmm.
We've learned about how demons work. We've learned a little bit about the moon base.
War
Yes.
crimes are legal on the moon for now.
For now.
For now.
So
22
yes.
years ago.
Did we learn something new or important about the hunters? I'm gonna say yes, that's a given because you are playing new hunters and you're learning a whole bunch new-ish hunters. So I'm gonna give you 2. Everyone mark 1 experience.
Okay.
Heck.
All right.
Yeah.
Experience that I marked off. That.
Heck yeah. And if you guys want to support this goofy little show we do, go to Daddy's Dungeon at patreon.com/daddysdungeondnd to check out the weekly art. And we are going to have a little bit of a vote after this video on YouTube is done premiering. Go to my Twitter and we'll vote on this week's Patreon. The next week, the Patreon art that will be. So, what are your Zal's pitches for this week's Patreon art? Last week we did Pinata Samurai, when DJ did the really cool knife trick and made the pinata go poof. It was very cool, and so I drew that. That's on the Patreon. So, what are you guys' pitches? I'm excited.
The dual puppy dog eyes trying to get Dom to come with us.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
I love that.
I love that too.
I
I don't know how you're gonna do puppy dog eyes on a character you don't show the face for, but figure it out.
Dual puppy dog eyes.
Just a politician stealing from a random intern.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
I also like the idea of Goldie like this about trains.
Oh, Goldie surrounded with trains.
Pyramid Fingers Goldie, Sticky Fingers Leo, and Puppy Dog Eyes. That's the 3 options that'll be up tomorrow on my Twitter if you want to go and vote for that. And I did mention before, I did make stickers, die-cut stickers of the Daddy's Dungeon ES Pizza logo. It's the logo that is back in the D&D zone. This logo that right behind the splash art of the 3 characters here on the screen, I did that and I made a die-cut sticker and stuff like that. And if you guys want that sticker, stick it on your laptop, or I don't know why you would do it, but you can stick it on your face. You can get that at Goon Stickers and stuff. It's a Teespring store and super cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. I, of course, as I said before, I am the Keeper. I am the Goon, playing our Flake, playing our other Flake, playing his mom is DJ, playing Mona is the thenoodldoodler.
Yeah, so I've realized that I should stop enticing people to take me to court. So I'm not going to say whether or not you could prove it in court.
Playing the crooked is Justice, playing his dad Leo is smokytheblaze.
I kind of agree, but I'm a little bit tempted to see if somebody actually will, so...
Playing the Spellslinger, which is her aunt, is Juniper. Playing Rose is the Windowgoblin.
I've passed magic, timey-wimey shit. I don't know, demons.
This wraps up today's episode with so many layers, setting up a part 2 with probably the same amount of layers. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, who's your daddy?
My name's Leo.
He's an asshole, ain't he?
Dominic.
Oh
Senior.
my
At this
God.
time, he's just called Dominic.
Dude, I made him such a womanizer and just...